6 plates
Yeah.
on the squad aside. When I couldn't two mics out, and I couldn't believe it.
I think it was 10 days.
Yeah.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazzy Fitness. So I'm gonna start this video with hottest topic in the men's open bodybuilding at the moment. So the whole situation unfolded just so damn fast after Quentin Beastwood dropped that video about Matt Jensen yesterday. And it turns out Matt Jensen isn't working with any IFB pro right now. Nick Walker left him. The giant killer, Sean Carida, posted a story regarding this whole situation on his IG. And as a reporter, it is my obligation to highlight Sean's thought on this whole situation regarding Matt Jensen, as these guys aren't working together anymore. And Sean did pay his respects to Matt Jensen, because the thing is, Sean did achieve some great things with Matt Jensen. These guys had a good run together. I mean, 2 Miss Olympia 212 titles, a men's open pro win in the form of Legion Sports, a top 5 finish at the Arnold back in 2023, and he achieved all that under the coaching of Matt Jensen. And let me make something very clear. No matter what kind of a package, what kind of a look Sean would have brought to this year's Miss Olympia, Keon Pearson would still have been an undisputed champion, because that is how good Keon Pearson was at the Olympia this year. So who is the other guy who also announced that he isn't working with Matt Jensen anymore? That is your Legion Sports 2024 champion, Brett Wilkin. And once again, I just cannot skip this part, where Brett Wilkin fully admires Matt Jensen on how he turned a classic physique guy into a men's open competitor.
Me and Matt have a good relationship in the past. We've had a great track record when it comes to competing, and he was a very, very good coach for me. He brought me from a 190-pound classic physique guy to up to a 212 guy that got last place in this first show, to 2-year off season still coaching me for free, to to now never being out of a top call out as an open bodybuilder, right?
So not everyone is saying bad things about Matt Jensen and their experience with him, but that Quentin video that had Matt Jensen really hot, and that too from all the directions. And this whole thing just unfolded so damn fast after Nick Walker dropped him. And we have to keep in mind, Nick Walker was the biggest name in Matt Jensen's corner. So is Matt Jensen not interested in coaching any of these guys right now? Because so far we haven't heard anything from him.
We talked yesterday and we are no longer working together moving forward. I also don't think he'd be working with anybody moving forward, which we're all going to probably find out soon enough.
He hasn't given a response on this whole situation. So we will have to wait and see what Matt Jensen's response is, if there is any. Because as of right now, he has been keeping quiet since yesterday. I believe RX Muscle is working on getting an interview to hear from Matt Jensen and give the viewers his side of the story. Now in regards to Brett Wilkin, I guess Stefan just got another Olympian on his team for next year, because the kind of results Stefan just generated with Martin Fitzwater, who by the way is also Brett Wilkin's best friend. And we all know that both these guys train together anyway. So it is a very high likelihood that Brett Wilkin is also gonna go with Stefan. Now I do wanna add one more news regarding Sean Carida to all this. So this caption suggests that Sean isn't done with the season just yet. He is gonna be doing another show, and that too very soon. So there are a bunch of shows coming up in the next few weeks, starting from Romania Pro and Prague. And interestingly, all of these shows, they have a 212 class as well. So this will be a great opportunity for Sean Carida to fill out and maybe regain some of his size back and show the world of bodybuilding a bigger and a fuller package, something that was missing at this year's Miss Olympia. So to be very honest, I won't be surprised at all if Sean decides to enter the men's open bodybuilding class in any of these upcoming shows. We all saw what he is really capable of and how he dominated the Legion Sports back in 2021, beating guys like Regan Grimes and Sergio Oliva Jr. So this will be his first time not working with Matt Jensen, especially for his peak. So it is gonna be really interesting on how he shows up and how this upcoming show goes for him. The other big story in bodybuilding, that is that assault video that all of you guys must have already seen on social media. Mike Van Wyk attacking the famous YouTuber and influencer, Jeff Nippard. So we really do not know what the build-up was that led Mike to physically attack Jeff. Maybe there was something that provoked him just so much that made him attack Jeff. Well, as of right now, we do not know. And Quentin Beastwood, who have actually trained with Mike in the past, he also took Mike to cleaners by posting this story on his IG on what actually happened. And Jeff Nippard also claimed that the entire incident that is on camera So I am gonna put the response of Jeff here as well as some other responses from guys like Antoine Weiland. And as far as Mike Van Wyck's response is concerned, on this entire incident, there hasn't been any statement regarding this topic on his Instagram. I must say yesterday was all filled with drama in regards to the whole bodybuilding community. Now let's talk about some real bodybuilding news. So Martin Fitzwater, that guy who just finished 4th in the world, he lives up to his promise that he's gonna be doing another show very soon, sooner than people expected. Well, guess what? It will be Martin versus Rubil Mosquera for the main event at this year's Prague Pro, and that is gonna be in less than 4 weeks' time. So Martin making some big moves after placing top 4 at his Olympia debut. And what a great strategy by him and his coach Stefan, trying to get that early qualification for the Olympia next year. That being said, will any of us be even a little surprised if Rubiel Mosquera aka Nexzilla pulls out of Prague Pro as well? The honest answer, please. And that isn't me trashing him, because that has been his track record throughout this year. And honestly, I have to say I do not think that he stands even a little chance against Martin Fitzwater, because the man is just so polished, and he has so much muscle quality, so much detail and separation, and that too everywhere. And if Martin goes on to beat him at this show, which by the way is gonna be his 4th show of the year, that is gonna be a testament that he can peak multiple times in 1 year. And the man can still get better with every passing show. So Martin quickly is becoming the biggest bodybuilding star in the men's open bodybuilding right now. I mean, there are people who are not even in his own camp who believe that Martin should have placed ahead of Derek Lunsford at this year's Miss Olympia, who by the way was the reigning Miss Olympia this past weekend. And the man is just 27 years old. So the one thing that Martin needs is to stay healthy, and I am sure he will have a shot at Miss Olympia title in the future.
Derek doesn't train like Hadi, right?
Nobody does.
But Derek trains harder because of Hadi.
So Hani Wembot, the most winning Miss Olympia coach of all time, he appeared on Jay Cutler's podcast to talk about the old times and the stories that were unheard of before. So this was the longest Cutler's cast, and I have to say a very good one to watch for the entire bodybuilding community. Now I want to point out towards the part where he was asked to comment about his client and the former Miss Olympia Hadi Choopan, and why he did not look as good at this year's Miss Olympia as he did for the Arnold. Because the thing is, we all saw that Hadi's legs were a bit down. His side shorts did not have the same amount of detail, the same amount of wow factor, as it was at this past Arnold. And Hani Rambod gave one very simple explanation, that Hadi's body was just tired, because for the very first time in many years, he did 3 shows in 1 calendar year, and that actually really took a toll on his body.
I think there was just a little bit of that tiredness of that 4th show in less than a year, because you remember he hit Olympia and all that. And there's a big difference, guys, between doing multiple shows and being off and getting tighter versus somebody who's peaked already.
Yeah.
Right? When you peak, this is one of the reasons why I didn't put Phil in all these other shows, right?
And that, I have to say, is a valid reasoning for Hadi Choopan to skip the Arnold in 2025. Because he needs rest, he needs to recover, and the goal in his mind is to focus on the Olympia next year. So I don't think Hani Rambod ever had a client who trained like an animal, like a maniac, because that is what we saw from Hadi Choopan. And that was a great part in that Cutler's cast, where Hani revealed that Derek Lunsford upped his game after watching Hadi training throughout this year.
6 plates.
Yeah.
On the squat aside. When I put it 2 weeks out, and I couldn't believe it.
I think it was 10 days.
Yeah. It didn't fit any more plates. Well, you could duct tape it on, you know. You could.
No, there's no more room.
Or you get the extenders that Ronnie Coleman made for the leg press.
Oh, yeah, we got to figure that one out. Don't tell Hadi.
Don't do that. My God, he can't understand this. He's going to tell you to get out.
We have the 200-pound dumbbells. He maxes that out on our 1-arm dumbbell rows after 5 exercises.
Because is there anyone in the Pro League right now who can take 6 plates for a ride at 10 days out of Miss Olympia? Well, that is Hadi for you guys. Now it is kinda sad that we will have to wait 1 full year to see Hadi Choopan back on that stage, but he's gonna bring something new and something really special the next time he is up on that Miss Olympia stage. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.